All right, let's get this going. Obviously, I've completed the whole course. I wanted to go through everything. I took notes on all the different sections going up to, I believe, yeah, 16, but 16, yeah, 15. Those are the last two that don't really just synopsis of the course. But for the first half, we're going to focus on introduction. It was pretty difficult, honestly, to download Flutter and Dart. I didn't really, um, I had to do this more so in my junior project, which is obviously with you, Dr. Grisham. So I already had a basis, but even to download it on other, like my home computer, which I hadn't done before. Um, so because I just got a new one, just to do it again, just to refresh on this section one was difficult. Yeah, I was like, that's why it took so long. But, anyways, so we'll go on to the next subject. Yeah, we're just learning Roll Dice app, which I'll show you how I created. Kind of, sorry, that's just what I'm going to show you with. So for this, you could just go reload. I did all the asset imaging. It's super easy. They hand you all the images done by the professor who is Maximilian. It's super good. I actually really enjoyed this lecture and definitely had to watch a lot of videos and take a lot of notes. And it was very time consuming, to be honest, for a summer course. Yeah, it's a lot. Um, to say 30 hours is no, not even close. I probably spent closer to 80, 90 hours just on videos between the notes, between the constantly going back from Visual Studio to the application to the browser, having multiple computers up. It's just this is what we have to do to get good at what application development and kind of using Flutter, using Dart, and kind of implementing them. But anyways, I want to show you that it actually works. So obviously, the first application works, everything flows. As you can see, when I click it, it's emulated. Um, so yeah, let's just kind of go over the core concepts of this application. So basically, this application was to randomize, it was to filter in iOS, it was to do image class representation in iOS to display basically the dice spaces. Kind of wanted to do it step by step as Maximilian, I should say, did is he kind of set up the UI first, and then we kind of went from setting up the UI, which was basically the buttons, the image, the main viewer controller interface, and then we kind of moved on to more of the core image framework. In the controller file, we imported the framework and the images, then created an array for the dice face images, which could be seen in the style and gradient, which shows you the kind of color scheme, shows you alignment, kind of drawing out the figure. As I say, it's difficult, but not difficult. It's really weird because once you get the terminology and the kind of widgets down and everything, is really just kind of playing with the colors and kind of playing with it. It seemed to be kind of almost like platformish. Like you, once you get it down, you could just put the same platform but change up a couple of the widgets and kind of change up certain things to be what you want, what you like. Then to connect the button and image view to the controller, and then implement the button action. And then last but not least, run and build obviously the dice. And this is just basically a tutorial demonstration, the understanding of using filters in iOS and create a dice app that basically visualizes the simulation of a dice rolling. Um, so basically, some core concepts to show kind of my understanding and kind of what I took from these first kind of two lectures or whatever you want to call it. So I kind of just took from it final variables in Dart is very important because you want to declare a variable whose value cannot be changed. So that's very important because final variables are used in certain instances in this one. And then constant variables or const variables are very common in Dart. So it's just basically used to declare a variable whose value is known at the compile time and cannot be changed at runtime. So when it's being compiled, it's different than runtime, which was kind of hard for me to understand. So it brought me back kind of on my core understanding of Java and some programs I created in Java. So yeah, just the behavior between final and constructs kind of was a refresher, I should say. And then instant variables, which is just basically variables that belong to an instance of a class. Each instance has a class, which can be seen below. And in more so of the main function. And then configurable widgets basically refers to interface elements with graphical user interface that can customize or configure with different properties or settings. So these are right here. They're exactly perfect example. You see a constant, you see a widget, you see everything right here. This is the context, build, linear box, box decoration, linear gradient, color. You have colors already classified here, and then they're already declared right here. You can change it. You want to change it. You make a different color. Let's see. There you go. There you go. Now let's try see what it does, and let's see how it kind of changes. See, I don't know if you can really tell. I am colorblind, so I can't really specify, but should have changed it. So yeah, that's basically my understanding of the first one, and I appreciate Dr. Grissom. So on to the next one. So yep, so we're done with section 1, section 2, and this would be the Roll Dice app.